Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Your Love Story for the month of October 2019. And this is for you coming from Aries. First card that I pull will be to do with your first 15 days of October. And I'm going to talk about your romance, new and the old one. And what does the card says? Well, for you, this is a card that says if you find a new romance, it's not going to be going under your skin or very deep in any way. It's a very shallow one. So if you find a romance in the first 15 days of October, don't get too carried away about it. Let it burn slowly and see what happens. And that's if you find a new romance. And the ongoing romance, I'm going to pull another card for you to show whether the romance that you have right now, how well that is going to do. Let's see what the card says. Well, this is the card, and it says that you are not in control of your marriage areas, and because you are not in control, there will be always difficulties in getting things done. So you might as well let your marriage partner have the say, and that would bring peace of mind and also some kind of tranquility into your marriage. Because whatever you say and do is not going to go very well. So you might as well say less and do less. Now about marriage. And let's see if you're married, how the tarot card is going to talk to you about this. Well, it's a card that says there can be only one leader. And so, for you who is listening to me, this is not a very good time for you in the first 15 days of October. So, you might as well leave all decision making to your marriage partner. And that would bring a lot of harmony. Because whatever you say and do, and especially bringing up any past issues, is going to go against you. So, keep your marriage happy by letting your marriage partner take control and make the decisions. Now, let's go to the last 16 days of October. Let's see what the card says about a new romance should you find one in the last 16 days of October. This is a much better card. It says you can find a new romance, but it's going to leave you in a position where there is some kind of obsession coming either from you or from your new romance partner. So your mobility and your independence areas are going to be hampered. So think about that very carefully when you find a new romance partner. Make it clear that you value your independence, and that way would be good for you. Now, let me shuffle the card and talk about an ongoing romance that you might have. And let's see how that is going to do in the last 16 days of October for you. It's also a pretty good card, except that the financial area in your ongoing romance situation is a problem. So you got to sort that out. Something about money, or is it the job or the business that both of you may be involved in? So something to do with the underlying financial weakness is putting pressure on your ongoing romance. Other than that, things are quite stable. Now let me talk about marriage and family. Let's see what the card's going to say about that for you in the last 16 days of October. And I would consider this card as a pretty good card. All you need to do is to be able to share your responsibilities in your marriage. It's a card of domination and control. And you are lucky enough in the last 16 days to even have that come to your favor. But why not be magnanimous and share the responsibilities? And you're going to have a much better time in your marriage area as far as romance and marriage is concerned. Now, I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages. There are some people who are going to be very lucky in the area of romance or marriage. And let's see what happens for you in the area of romance or marriage. And this is for the whole month of October. And for you coming from Aries, well, it's the card of Mars, the planet Mars. So I'm going to say that if you happen to be the ages of 18, you're talking about ages, right? Ages of 18 or 27 or 36 or 45 or 54 or 63 or even 72. You're going to have all that luck for you to make a new romance found, ongoing romance happy, and also the marriage area is very happy. So you are the selected ages which are going to be very lucky. And if you are not of these ages, you can have a 90-minute session for which I will predict your next 7, 8, or 9 years in all areas of your life. And that will cost you USD $50. Now let me talk to you about your lucky colors. And your lucky colors from this card, I would go for the color red. So wear plenty of red during the month of October, and you're going to enjoy the energies of a group of planets who worship red and who will give you that luck in romance or marriage or any kind of love-related areas. Now we're going to talk about direction energy for you coming from Aries. So what is the lucky direction going to be for you? Well, from this card, I'm going to say face south as much as you can, and you'll be inspired to throw a message to the one that you want to be attracted to, or to make the person of a romance that you have happy, or even your marriage areas happy. Face south and you'll have that inspiration about you. And now about an attachment that you may find. Who could that person be who may want to be interested in you and vice versa, you interested in that person? And this is the card of Capricorn. This is the card of Capricorn. So I'm going to say that somebody from Capricorn would show a lot of interest in you. And that's going to be a nice little bonding of meeting somebody. Or even if your marriage partner is from Capricorn, you'll be very lucky. So Capricorn is going to make you extremely lucky, somebody from Capricorn. Now I've added something new about, is it the PM part of the day or the AM part of the day going to be lucky for you coming from Aries? All right, and from this card, I would say that the PM period will be better for you. That means from 12 noon up to 12 midnight will be luckier for you. So concentrate on all love-related areas during that time to get your message across. Well, I have a 90-minute session. And during these 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about your next 7, 8, or 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. I'll give you a lot of information, your personal lucky lottery numbers, how to contact that supernatural energy in you, called the soul, or called the guide, or sometimes by scientists called the force of energy. And you'll be able to do very well with this advice from me for your next 7, 8, or 9 years, all areas of life. And I will give you your lucky colors and your lucky gemstones and your lucky days, and that will help you a lot for the next 7, 8, or 9 years. And so my email address is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Until then, thank you and goodbye.